Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only post-match pint fight show on the internet. That's going to wind him up. We just got back from London Stadium, West Ham 4, Burnley 2, the big dogs in the house. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright, mate.
Always good to have you back.
Always good to come on for a win, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, you only turn up for wins.
I know.
3 a year. Scott, nice to have you here, mate, as always.
Cheers, mate.
Eventually, got here eventually.
Yeah, I know,
well done, mate.
It was a joke, that was.
That'll teach you to try to get out of Westfield after full time.
I know. Yeah, I'll give up there.
But, right, let's get straight into it. Scott, take us through the starting lineup, mate.
Yeah, Fabianski in goal, Criswell left back, Balbrena, Diop, Zabaleta right back.
Captain.
And captain.
Mm-hmm.
Two right as well, I think.
A lot of people said Arnie was going to be captain today.
Zabaleta's captain for me.
Yeah.
Rice, Obiang, sort of the midfield two.
Snod
And
there.
yeah, it's a bit weird. Snoddy was sort of started as that number 10, wasn't it? But Anderson drifted in there a bit, and so it started as Snoddy is that number 10 role. Anderson one side, Diagana on the other, and Anatovic up top. But I said, for me, Anderson was sort of roaming between the two positions.
Yeah. Well, it's not a bit familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, but great game of football, great start as well. We got off to the perfect start, didn't we? I said we needed an early goal today, and was it 10 minutes? And Marco chasing down a defender, forced him into an error, and he put it away. Great finish.
Lovely finish, wasn't it? Composed.
That's what Arnie's about, though, isn't he? This is what we missed. This is why a lot of people said about the Tottenham game. For me, I thought I would have started him against Tottenham just for that.
Yeah.
But look, Tottenham game's gone now.
Yeah,
I think it was the right too, because we needed him for today.
Well, you know what, West Ham fans, we don't dwell on the past.
No, not at all.
It's more like, he weren't fully fit, so they've managed him right. Yeah, managed him right. As much as I'm one of these people that you should put your strongest 11 out for cup games, you have got to manage players the right way.
I bet he didn't even want to use him Wednesday.
There was a call for Antonio to start today, maybe over Diagana, but for me, you can't. I mean,
After the way
Diagana
Diagana played Wednesday.
He's a what a find he is from the youth system.
I don't know why anyone would want to call for Antonio to start over Diagana.
Every time we got the ball today, you felt like something was going to happen.
Yeah, I said on one of the fan cams, I'm not comparing him saying he's that level yet, but he reminds me a bit like Zaha.
Yeah.
Just the way he plays.
I get what you mean.
You know, he gets low to the floor, he turns. You know, he's got skill. It's refreshing to see.
You know, he'll be direct and have a go at defenders. I mean, every time we got the ball, the Burnley defender.
The thing is, with a player like that, he gets the ball and you're on the edge of your seat. You expect him to do something.
Every time we got the ball, it went quiet.
Yeah.
Because people will go like, what's going to happen?
And once again, Burnley, they doubled up on him, didn't they?
Exactly. And that's it. He does, for a young lad, he is causing teams fear. You know, he's causing them problems. They're having to worry about him. And, he fully deserves to be starting week in, week out.
Of course. Because when we lost Yarmolenko, there was that worry that who's going to come in and replace him. And we found a perfect replacement. And the thing is with Diagana, he knows that when players like Lanzini come back and Yarmolenko come back, he might not be first choice. So every game he's got to take his chance. And he hasn't put a foot wrong for this
He keeps playing the way he has been.
Couple of times today he overdone it, but he's young. He wants to impress.
Exactly. That's it. He'll
learn.
learn.
Game as he gets more experience.
He needs to get a little bit more stronger. Once he gets that, I said he's only young. He's still growing. So
having Zabaleta behind him as well, it taught him.
Yeah, the thing is with Zabaleta, I mean,
during
when we signed Fredericks in the summer, a lot of people said that he'll be starting, but I think that was the best thing for Zabaleta to get Fredericks in, because it's made him a better player. And you know what you get with Zabaleta, he's a warrior, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He leads by example, doesn't he? You know,
someone said the other day he's 36. He's only 32, 33. Yeah, he's younger than me.
He's just low. It looks older than his time, doesn't he?
How old is Ryan? 35 next year. Vets football.
He's a true professional. You know, he's the type of player that unfortunately is dying out of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see enough players like him who they give everything they've got. Yeah.
The thing is, as well, it's good for the young players having a player like that calibre around the club as well.
Because someone like Ryan Fredericks, who it probably will be a first team starter like in a couple of seasons or whatever, but he looks up to players like Zabaleta. It's good to learn off of players like Zabaleta.
Of course it is. That is the thing. You know, if he's willing to get his head down and learn from a seasoned professional like Zabaleta, you know, who's played a multiple of positions. He's played in high profile games in cup
he's
finals.
won the league.
Exactly.
Cups,
you know,
played in World Cups.
he's the perfect player you want to learn from. And I said people were saying his legs are gone.
Didn't look like it today.
I wouldn't mind having his legs.
Exactly.
I'd say it was a few overlapping runs.
Yeah.
I didn't go.
But yeah,
Didn't think he'd gone that far.
Arnie put us one up, well deserved, and then after that we just how we didn't get two,
Mate.
three.
Yeah.
I mean, Art made a couple of good saves.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, they had that chance, didn't they, where Anderson curled it.
Yeah, that one
past
that
Hart
they
and that defender.
Ben Mee cleared it off the line.
Well, that was a
Great header.
great clearance.
Yeah, great.
Fantastic
You
clearance.
can't knock that. That's great defending.
Anatovic again, good build-up play between him and Anderson. I think
They linked up well today,
And he
didn't they?
got put through and Hart saved with his leg.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's the one? Anthony just curled it, ran to the far post, wasn't it? And
When
passed.
Ben Mee cleared it off
That's
the line.
Ben-
No, there's another one just after
Oh,
that.
that was sick.
He
that
cut
was
it
second
and
half.
he curled
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
far
yeah, I know
post
what
and
you
Hart
mean, yeah.
just pushed it
But
away.
the worrying thing for me today, there's two things today that for you that we need to be a bit negative on.
You always get
Yeah,
one.
I know. Look,
Here we go.
you know, you got look. We played so well in that first half.
Yeah.
Right. And we didn't take our chances, which again I said before we need to be more clinical. But Burnley had one chance and scored.
And that's the thing
I
we've said
don't
over
know, we're in that
we've
game
said over
at
the
that
last
point.
few weeks in it, like when we've played Tottenham, they take their chances. That's one thing that we don't do. I know we scored 4 goals today, but
We could have had
it could have been 6.
7.
Yeah.
Could have been 7.
Yeah.
That game should have been out of sight in the first half. I don't know who equalised there.
I think
but
Arsenal must have just
Arsenal might have
equalised.
equalised, but yeah.
But that is a problem for me, and it's a problem that needs addressing. You know, we can't keep curating. We've said it in the past couple of games. We've played well and not been clinical in front of goal, and it's cost us.
Yeah.
And today we were lucky. You know, we fully deserved that win. Don't get me wrong, we fully deserved that win, and we were the better team by far. Burnley are one of the worst teams I've seen play at the London Stadium.
Yeah, they was a bit
Their Route 1 football
hit and hope, weren't they?
Oh, it was
I mean, don't get me
diabolical.
wrong. It was a great finish. Good
Yeah,
men,
it was
good
good
Monson,
through
good
ball.
Mansell.
Yeah,
it was good through ball.
Yeah, it was enough. That was when they actually got the ball down, but it caught us on a
That was
break.
the only sort of mistake that Diop and Balbuena made in the first half, wasn't
But do you think the mistake come from Anatovic and I think it was Diagana both chasing down the ball?
Yeah.
Which we lost our shape.
Yeah.
You know, you see, there was later on in the second half when Antonio come on, where Hernandez chased the ball and Antonio stopped, and people were screaming at him, "Why are you stopping? Stop
Yeah.
being lazy and all that." He's not. We're
He's
protecting the lead.
keeping the
He's got
shape.
his shape. And that's where we went a bit wrong with that. You had 2 players chasing the ball. Right, it was a long punt downfield. Diop and Balbuena. Diop got the first header but didn't deal with the second header. Balbuena lost his runner, you know, and we get punished. But it's mistakes like that we've got to cut out. And again, it's a physical team we've conceded goals against.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, mate. And then, look, half time, we're all sitting there at half time thinking, how is this 1-1?
And also,
Go on.
the referee.
Oh, yeah, Roger Rees, wasn't it?
How the hell?
talk about it.
Well,
was
that was a
not
penalty. It was a penalty. Do you know
Diagana?
what? At first, I sort of give the referee the benefit of that because he's a lot closer to the ball than I am. But I've just seen the replay and Harry hasn't given that.
It's no excuse.
It's,
There's no
yeah,
excuse.
it's disgusting.
I mean, the thing is, we've got the benefit of looking at a replay.
yeah. Well,
But
VAR.
Yeah,
But
next year they'll have that.
But
they haven't
even
at the
in
minute.
real time, right? You see the tackle now.
VAR.
Where the tackle was, I'm sort of in line with it. The ball doesn't change speed, doesn't change direction. So he's never caught the ball in a million years.
No, he ain't.
You know, he took the black and he don't give it. And then
Do you
the
think,
two
though,
fouls,
do you
the
think,
two
though,
fouls that he
that
didn't get a booking for.
There was a couple of times before that incident where Diagana went down a bit easy. Do you think the referee still had that in his mind that he sort of might have over-exaggerated and sort of dived a bit?
Possibly, but I just think he was just poor.
Because in the second
poor
half, I mean, leading up to the second goal, Diagana got cleaned white. He cleaned
And he
out,
played
wasn't
the advantage.
But he
Yeah,
played the
build up the
advantage.
second goal.
Yeah, the build up to second
To
goal.
be fair, that was one of the only decent decisions he made in that entire
Yeah.
game. Was allowing that advantage to go.
But yeah, we sat there at half time thinking, how is this 1-1? And then
To be
like,
honest, when you watch that back in like at real speed, it could have been a red.
Yeah.
Because he absolutely cleaned him out.
yeah.
That's, you
know,
had the,
Did
you had
he
the
get?
Obiang.
Did he get booked for that? He didn't
got
get
booked,
booked.
didn't you?
Did he get booked?
Yeah,
he got booked.
got booked for that one. But he got booked for that one. But he went in 2-footed on Anatovic in the first 5 minutes, and then took out Obiang. Them 2 fouls were booking in themselves, so he should be off.
Did he give? He didn't give a foul for Obiang's one though. I think he.
He didn't. No, he didn't for Anatovic. He did for the Obiang one.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm sure he did for the Obiang one. But he didn't for the Arnautovic.
When Obiang went down, I thought, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Another injury.
Yeah. Just in a position where we've just got him back.
Yeah.
We need players in centre midfield, and then...
But yeah, I mean, second half, we started off well, controlled it, and then we got the second goal. As we said, Diagana went through. Great ball before he was wiped out. And then he knocked him into Rose Head, didn't he? But Anderson, great finish.
Through the legs.
And I was pleased for Anderson today. We've given him a bit of stick, and rightly so, over the last few weeks in some of his performances. But it was a great finish. It was. There's signs there that he's a really good player.
Yeah. I just think that he's come from the Italian league where it's not as fast paced as the Premier League. I think for us he'd be more suited in that number 10 role.
Yeah.
But today he was working back. I think there was one point he put in an interception, he put in a tackle, which is what you want from.
And really,
players.
he shouldn't be doing it, but we want to see that. He shouldn't be doing it. He's like the luxury player, that you want.
As we said against Spurs, you can have a bad game, but put a shift in. Your paper's over the bad game.
Yeah, look, we're West Ham. We know we're not going to win every week, and we've always grown up with players putting it in 110%. The players we've grown up watching, and you just want to see a bit more than only saying, "Oh, Mark Noble's doing it." Declan Rice. You want to see these players like Anderson, Yarmolenko.
You don't want it to damage their ability on the ball and going forward, but sometimes when the chips are down, you need to put a shift.
Pyatt was the same, but the reason why Pyatt got away with it because he used to bang in free kicks and excite the crowd and things like that. So, but yeah, it was a great finish, and then you think, right, we're going to go on now, get the third, and then bang. I mean, Burnley threw on everything. I mean, they threw on Brady, Wood. I mean, they took off Sam Vokes. I didn't even realise he was playing. He was that quiet.
But Wood coming on 2 corners.
He scored against us last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
So why was Snodgrass marking him?
Exactly. That's it. Snodgrass should not be picking up Chris Wood. You got players like Balbuena and Diop who, and Rice who should be picking up the big men. We know the dangers that Chris Wood brings from when he played against us last season.
Yeah, no, it's like you said. You got Rice in there, Diop, Balbuena. One of them should be picking up. Even Obiang could be picking him up.
I think he was off. Was he off at the time?
Whoever. Someone should have been picking him up.
Yeah, as I said, no disrespect to Snodders, but he's not.
No, Snodgrass
the best aerial threat.
No, he's not that type of player.
He's not known for his aerial prowess.
Exactly. So, but yeah,
they equalise, and then
we're thinking
you're fearing the worst, aren't you? You're thinking, oh, here we go. This is West Ham. They've had 2 shots.
We're going
to lose this,
and then
it's going to be frustration all round, And but unlike West Ham, we go up the other end, and
most done West Ham.
We take the third. We get the third goal, and Felipe Anderson, little bit of luck, but who cares?
But that's it. Look,
it happened to us last week.
Exactly against Leicester. There's massive deflection, cost us 3 points. Deflection this week wins us 3 points. So it evens itself.
Swings
out,
and roundabouts.
Exactly.
But and then I'll tell you what. I thought when we got that third, I thought, right, this is it now. It's going to be a bit.
Stop mucking about.
Yeah, we're going to get sit out, and then bang, they hit the crossbar. Which, to be fair, it was a decent header.
It was
a decent header.
Good ball in. Was it a ball in from Brady again?
Yeah.
And Wood hits the bar. And this is the thing. They had 3 chances.
People slag Karen off, but she can put a good ball in.
But it's 3 chances they had.
And that's what we've been saying it for weeks now. Premier League football, that's what it's all about. You're going to get chances, and these players are good enough to. But we're a little bit of luck on our side today, and it hit the crossbar, went over.
Yep.
And then then we go down the other end.
Whereas
and
a couple of weeks ago, it might have been.
Antonio come on. What did he come on with about 8 minutes to go?
Yeah.
Couldn't really. It's a bit tough when you come on that late into a high tense game. But look, fair play to him for his assist for Hernandez. The chest through. Where I'm sure maybe last week he'll have tried to chest that down and go on it on his own.
Totally agree. I think the Antonio of last season would have done that.
But the Antonio of last week would have done that.
Yeah. As I said, he has been. Give the guy his credit. As I said, in the international break, he was working hard on his own to get his touch, improve his game. He was doing all that, so he is trying. But Spurs, he was awful. But today, that was the best thing he done. You know, and great finish by Hernandez. Great finish by Hernandez.
That's the Hernandez that we want to see week in, week out when he's given an opportunity.
This is what I was saying after the Tottenham game. He's not going to lead the line.
He's not a lone striker.
He needs to be in that box, and you fire the ball in there.
Him and Arnie link up really well.
Very well.
So if you can sort of get that Anderson, Arnautovic and Hernandez little trio triangle, that's going to frighten a lot of teams.
Add Lanzini to that.
Add Lanzini, yeah. Well, the thing is with Lanzini, I think we won't see him till probably March.
Do you know what? Well,
so for me, Lanzini,
when's he back?
He's meant to be back February time, so once he gets in
by the time
full
he
training,
regains full fitness
we just want to hope that when Lanzini comes back, we're in the top half of the league. We're not battling a relegation battle because now we're 11 points now, so we're in double figures.
Yep.
Well done, West Ham.
Yep.
Now we're in double figures, up to 13th. We're 6 points clear now of the bottom three. We've got Huddersfield away next week, so that's a massive opportunity to pull further away. And then we go into a tough game against Man City. Now, we play Palace and Newcastle, isn't it? We've got Palace on a Tuesday night.
International break first?
We've got an international break as well, yeah.
That's before Man City.
International break is before Man City, so it's after the Huddersfield game.
So that to be honest, I think that break coming could do us a bit of a favour.
Yeah, we want to go into that break with a win, or look, I'll even take a point at Huddersfield. I'll even take a point because it's going to be a tough place to go. They haven't won all season. We ain't seen the result from the weekend yet. When they played Monday night, didn't they? So we haven't seen that.
To be fair though, from what I've seen of them, their problem is scoring goals. But
the thing that gives me
they're still a tough proposition to break down.
But the thing that gives you confidence is the fact that they were playing well last season and we trounced them twice.
Yeah, we tore them apart.
We were shocking last year.
Yeah.
So you know that for me, I've got a lot of confidence going into that game on the back of this result.
Yeah, it's going to be massive. As you said, massive confidence boost for the boys, and hopefully we can get through the week. No injuries picked up in training. We go there with the same team. We go there and just before the international break we pick up 3 points. But today's a massive win.
We had to win.
We said before, didn't we? Today was a must win.
Yeah.
You know, and we
well,
went
I said
out there and did the job.
on post-match Pint for Spurs, the league game, I said Burnley and Leicester minimum 4 points will do, and we've got it. And really, technically, we could have had 3 points at Leicester. So, yeah, it's been a good couple. Apart from the result in midweek, it's been a good couple of weeks in the Premier League. So hopefully now we can start moving up. We can get that little gap between the bottom three, and we can start looking up, mate.
Yeah, instead of over our shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Look.
because it only takes two of them teams to get a little run together. You lose a couple more, and you're down.
You want to put that distance between us and them while they're still playing bad.
Yeah.
The thing is, as well, Newcastle got their first win today, so they're going to be
that'll lift the club,
the next game,
lift the fans in the club.
I think with the Huddersfield game, I think we've got to go for that. 3 points there, because for me, Newcastle, we don't do well at Newcastle.
We don't do well at all.
And as much as we've broke the duck at Goodison, which we did do well at Goodison, we won there, two in the last 4, is it?
Yeah, 2.
So, we need to break that duck at Newcastle.
Yeah, we ain't won at Newcastle for a long time.
Last time I was Nolan.
When Nolan scored the winner, wasn't it? So, but, Carroll might be back for around that time. That'd be a big boost for the squad because we get him back. He's a good option to have on the bench.
Oh, of course.
Especially if we're chasing a game or defending a game, you bring him on.
The difference is attacking options with Carroll coming back is that when you look at our bench striker-wise at the minute, we've got Hernandez and Perez, both lightweight strikers.
Yeah.
Good in and around the box, but with Carroll, it gives us a different option.
It gives you that extra edge, doesn't it? It gives you something different, but... No, look, we're all happy.
Yeah.
You happy?
I'm very happy.
You happy?
Yeah, I am.
We're all happy.
Not be able to get me van out of Westfield. That's to put a dampener on it, but
we got quite a few fan cams today, didn't we?
Yeah,
so thank you everyone for standing behind in this. It's not
cold.
that cold, but it
was still cold.
It's getting colder, especially with the kids. Yeah,
it was all a bit lively in the background, wasn't it? Eh?
Yeah,
nice to see everyone with a smile on their face.
That's what we like. I know we have. Listen, we don't pick and choose when we interview. We win, lose or draw. We interview people, but it's always good.
Everyone in the background singing.
Yeah, we have people walking past. Yeah, of course, it takes you back to the bowling season. We've got some good wins there, but
I'm happy,
else you want to talk about?
4 goals. You can't moan. As said, roll on next week, iron out the problems that we had today. Tighten up a bit. Yeah. Try and give Fabianski a clean sheet.
We'll be up there. Me and you will be up there again next week on the road.
2 away games on the spin for me. What's going on?
Fabianski's made him and Art have made the most saves in the Premier League so far.
No, Hart's winning now.
Oh, is he?
The thing is with Fabianski,
before today, then
Fabianski, we've kept 1 clean sheet all season. So, but he don't deserve that. He's played a lot better than. So we need to just get that right. If we can stop, because listen, you don't concede a goal, you're guaranteed a point. Mm-hmm. So you tighten up that defence a little bit more. I'm not knocking the defence. No, I'm not.
Valbuena and Diop are very good partners.
They are, honestly, I said this earlier, I think Diop is the ball playing defender and Valbuena is the no nonsense, get it out, get you in. But he can play as well.
They complement.
It's still grown as a partnership. Yeah. So it'll come.
And for both of them to come in from foreign countries and just to adapt to the Premier League as quick as they have, because they've had some tough opponents to come up against.
I thought Creswell did alright today.
Creswell done alright, Zabaleta. I can't really knock anyone today. I can't really knock anyone.
No one put a poor performance in.
Apart from the ref.
Yeah, he was the.
And I'm glad for Pellegrini as well.
Yeah,
he's got a win. I'm glad for everyone connected with West Ham. The club needed it.
We finally got a win from the good football that we're playing.
Yeah.
Because it was a good football that pulled Burnley apart to get our goals. Defensively, as I said, we've got a bit to work on, but
that'll come.
Anyway, let's leave it there. Yeah. Gray, thanks for having you, mate. Nice to see you. I'll see you in the summer.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I'll be on one more time.
Scott,
come in like an hero.
I'll see you Saturday.
Scott come in late like an hero, didn't he?
Legend.
With a tripod.
I was here, though.
Stop talking.
I was here.
Thank you very much for watching this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint. 4-2 win. Don't forget, keep subscribing to the channel. We might, Dan, will we have a preview up this week?
I sent them over.
He never done them.
Yeah,
he never done them.
Last minute, Larry. Yeah.
I'll be doing this is awkward, on the social.
Hey.
You need to join me. I'll let you host it. The big dog.
Bit out of practice.
Dan will have a West Ham week.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nicky's back from America on Wednesday, so he might be back for PMP Huddersfield. Mm-hmm. With his tan and his shopping bags.
Yeah, all his Ralph Lauren.
He smashed Ralph Lauren.
He'll be Ralph Lauren nut, won't he?
But yeah, thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say.
Yep.
Come on, you irons.